gonna get in the right spot here.
Oh yeah, I can. Come on. Yeah, it says it's waiting.
Damn it. We're in the wrong spot. We're live right now. We're live on YouTube, and we're in the wrong spot.
Why does it do that then?
Because I schedule it on my phone. So I'm gonna. It
says it's waiting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna share this stream.
Make sure I got.
Let me see if I can do this.
Open.
Sorry, guys. I always do this. I'm just good at it. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so good at messing it up.
So.
Yeah,
I'll get mine ready to go on YouTube as well. So. Oh yeah, there it is. I found it. Yeah.
And I had such a good image thumbnail picked out. Did you see it?
On what? Sorry?
The image thumbnail for the show or for our talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now whatever. I'm forever doing that. And then you know what? That's just because I'm not really all that matters is the meat and potatoes of the conversation, right?
Yeah, and we're here.
Right. So, yeah, we're here. We made it. So hello everybody. Thanks for joining us. What's up, Max?
Yeah. Hey, Crystal. Crystal's in the building.
Somebody's not blue here. I gotta make them blue. Wow, all kinds of new people. Yeah, the blue is the new you, I guess. But yeah, that's the only right thing to do so we can share links because, you know, slowly being stifled on how we can share information online. And I don't mean that in a conspiratory way. I mean that in a practical way. That's just how it's going. But how you doing, Code? This is Dean. Dean's got a channel. Dean's he's a code breaker, song maker, deal maker, a earth shaker. He's the man. Dean's a pretty good dude, and he's got some I don't know, hitting, never quitting code that he always brings forth, and he likes to talk through numbers and geometry. How you doing, Dean?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, it's weird because just I had to do some little bit of homework so I could ask you a couple of pertinent questions, and I didn't sound dumb on the geometry tip, and I started looking at that sacred geometry thing, and I couldn't believe the correlations between the 13 and, you know, how the seed of life and how that grows to the Metatron's cube. And you explained that to me at one point, but you know, it's pretty deep. And
it is.
What do you attribute that to? What do you think that's about?
Well, that's like the journey, really, you know, through the energies and the chakra system sort of fits into that Metatron's cube. And I feel like for me, that's your mind as well, because your mind is like two cubes, like alternating red and blue. So, and the earth is a cube for me as well. So really, if we get out of our mind, we can go on that hero's journey.
Right.
And that's what that Metatron's cube is sort of telling me.
Yeah, and there's something quite peculiar about the Metatron's cube. You want to elaborate on that, or should I lead the way with that? Or, you know, you told me once, I mean, before I even had to look it up, so I figured I'll give you the chance to elucidate us on that, or give us a little more info on that. Speaking of the brain, there's the brain.
Yeah.
Gotta get my fat head out of the way. But yeah, as with everything in our paradigm, you know, it starts with our mind, right?
Yep.
And that translates into the geometry, the numbers, and So what started your whole journey? I mean, why did you get your name? Why did you start your channel? Yada, yada, yada.
Mainly, yeah, it was that I got into Nibiru first. I looked at that. I wanted the ET story to be true, and then I realized it wasn't. So I stumbled on Tesla, and he was talking about 3, 6, and 9. You know, you'll have the keys to the universe if you can understand the energy, the frequency, and vibrations. I was like, I want to know. And at the same time, I kept seeing 11:11 on the clock, and I couldn't work it out. So for me, that opened up all the number synchronicities because of the 11:11. I couldn't get away from the triple numbers. So that was telling me there's a trinity in play, and it's a triple trinity. And the 369 governs a lot of that, and it so does.
Mhm. Now, do you
Yeah,
think
and that's what.
it's that way across the board? Or do you think there's a pattern or a code to that 369 that lays out and everything, or do you think it's just a
Yeah,
personal way to notice things?
yeah, it's definitely in play. It's definitely in play for me. If anything, right, you could say the 3, 6, and 9 are metaphysical, and the other numbers are physical. And because the 3, 6, and 9 code is actually 124875, and that runs the vortex. And you can find that out in sacred geometry because it's actually the hexagon is a cube within a cube. And that's where that 124875 runs in. And the 3 and the 6, one's red and one's blue, and it switches the energies of the two cubes. And the 9 does that. So the 9, we know as like from a circle is a 360. So, and it's always a 9. Every time you break that circle down, it's always a 9. So for me, that was like a design. But you need the 3 and the 6 to change the energies into electric.
So you could say like the 3 and the 6 are the the wisdom and understanding, and 9 would be both combined in the whole.
Yeah. It's like the third kind we keep
Yeah.
finding in that Trinity. Yeah.
Wow, that's I just made that connection here with when you said that, and see, this is why I like talking to you, because we don't agree on everything,
Mm.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
we find
That's
new
what I like.
things through debate, right?
Mm. Yeah. Because that's how I see duality, because the red and the blue, the 3 and the 6. So you find the 9, which you can't always see, like the third kind. And that's what I look for.
What do you mean by that?
Because that's
You,
what's hidden, like the yin and the yang sign,
yep.
right? So the black goes into the white and the white goes into the black, as we know. But we need something to turn that, I feel, rotate it. And that's the third kind, what we can't see.
Right. That nothing, right?
And
That
that's what I want to,
everything,
yeah, that's what I want to be, that third kind.
right. You guys were giving me crap the other day because I was saying from nothing, everything is, and just in that short little statement is quite profound if you really get into tinkering it,
You
and
know
tweaking
what
it out in your mind.
I have with that? Since you said that, right, I've got this in my mind is that everything is the all and there is nothing as well. The no thing is outside of the all.
That's exactly what
So
it is. Yeah.
yeah, and the I am is like that for me because I'm like the I is the imagination, the all, and the am is the magnet, which is the no thing. So if you become the I am, you become, the both.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's exactly how I see it. Like it's like a blank sheet of paper. It's got nothing on it, but it's got the potential to have everything on it,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
Because you can put anything and everything on that piece of paper. So it's kind of like that, if conceptual thing. But yeah, that
Mm.
so it got your wheels spinning on when I said that,
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, yeah, I like that.
and that's fun, And I think that's what spurs each one of us on is them epiphanies or those aha moments, you know.
Yeah, well, I feel we walk between the two. The space between the narrow path is between the two energies of the negative and the positive, the light, the dark, the yin, the yang.
Mhm.
So we're the space between. I want to walk that But
Bingo.
for others, they might fall into the negative and they're called that hell. They could fall into the positive and they're called that heaven, or God and Satan. But you walk the path between, none of that exists.
Mm-hmm. Then you could, I think when you see the light, or like somebody like Yvonne or Phil or somebody that has had the experience of the light itself, I think you pass that whole thinking of what you just said, negative is this or positive is that, and then you just realize that all is all, right?
Yeah, there's no right or wrong. It's just being played
Right.
out, and we're being part of that.
Yep, and life is what we do with it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well,
and that's why I've connected with you so well, because you don't like to
magnet.
spread the negativity because you understand that
Mm.
thinking. Why don't you elucidate or
Yeah.
elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I feel we're magnetic in our soul. Our soul is magnetic and our spirit is electric. So the spirit is having the experience. So I want to lead that with my soul, the magnet. So these magnets are like, we will come together and, we feel it. It's like a feeling based thing. There's no fault, because I feel feeling came first, thought came second. And
Oh,
all this
really?
creation came from a feeling first, then a thought, and then it would materialize. So I want to go with a feeling.
Yeah, I've got one thing that I don't agree with what you just said there is the, because I've just had this conversation today with somebody on Facebook about energy and spirit. And remember when we were just talking about the nothing and something or everything?
Yeah, so something's the spirit and nothing's the soul. Could be like.
Or nothing is spirit, uh we have spirit and we have energy, and those are just like the 3 and the 6 that you were talking about earlier, and 9 is
Yeah.
the all. Yeah. So, but I mean, because I just had this conversation and it was weird that you just said that. So I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
But the spirit is opposite of energy. I think it's the same as how you described it in a way, because isn't that the issues we run into these days is semantics and how we label things and how we describe things.
Yeah. Well, I do feel that it's electric, so it's in form. So that's the form we're in. We're in formation.
That's awesome. I never even thought of that either, dude. What you just said right there. You would have thought I would have, but I never did. That in form. I never really have, dude.
We are all that because of the water. If we're 70%, as they say, so that's carrying a lot of information, like to our DNA. So we can upgrade that ourselves, or let the reality we're in upgrade it to.
Do you have that article or whatever, that website on your thing right now?
Yeah.
Hit your share screen and put that up there, and we'll.
Oh, I can't do it on your thing though. I can. I'm looking at it.
Oh, you can't share it?
No, I don't know. I'm new on here.
You see the share screen button in the middle there?
Yeah, but I've got it on a different computer.
Oh, you got it on something else.
Laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna find it then. I'll go to my email. So bear with me, folks, while I do this. It won't take me long. I sent you an email with it, right?
Yeah. I mean, right. So if we want to look at that seed of life and stuff, I see that with 888.
And why is that?
Because the first 8 we're in is time, like that hourglass, tick tock, tick tock. So your time's going to run out. So you all turn the 8, alternating current. So all turn the 8, then you'll have infinity sign. So you'll be in infinity. So you can now measure time, which will be 25,920. And then you get the third 8, then you might be able to seed yourself into a flower out of the 25,920 cycle.
So repeat how did you get to the number 25,952 or whatever?
Right. So you get the number 8 and you put it in infinity, and that'd be 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night.
Yeah.
And you use 1260 base mathematics. And then you will get that same sum, because if you break a 360 circle down and you do it by the degrees, so you've got 30 degrees on the first, say, number 1 on the clock. So 30 degrees of separation. So 30 times 72, so 60 plus 12 is 72. 30 times 72 is 2,160 years.
Oh, and that's a quarter of the great year, right?
And that is that's one constellation.
Yeah, it's one constellation. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so this age of Aquarius will last that long. And
Mhm.
another way you can do it, if you look at the clock and there's 4 other digits, to do it by the minutes. So you'd need 5 times something, which would be 432, because that's the Earth is 432, this flat plane, right? So 5 times 432 is 2,160. So you do 12 times that, you will find 25,920. There's loads of other ways you can do it. You can do 180 times the 144, because 12 is 144. Do that times the 180, you will get to that 25,920 again. So I can't get rid of it. I've tried to, but I kept finding it.
You can't shake it, huh? Well, get this.
Shake it off.
Free Press says Fallen Spring 12 on 12. Yeah. It's all holographic. Spirits can only relive memories. Hey, man.
And that's how I got to my life cycle, because every 72 years, which would be a degree, 1 degree.
And that's an average human life, right?
There's no pole shift. It moves 72 years at 1 degree. So it does a whole 360 like that for me. And then 72 could be your average lifespan of your 360 lives while you're here. Because you might only last a year, you might last 90 years. So we've got an average of 72. And maybe, this is a maybe, that energies may switch every 72 years from male to female, male, female, male, female. And every 432 years, we will go into a different platonic shape, because there's 5 platonic shapes we go through. That's shape shifting, which I see it as through 1 age. So 1 age of a constellation, we'll go through the 5 platonics, and we'll have 30 lives in that.
Wow, that's pretty incredible, because if you look at these shapes right here, like this fruit of life, is
1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Fibonacci sequence, right?
Yeah, you put the 369 in the center of that, and there's the first.
Oh, you're talking the vortex math thing, right?
Yeah. You do 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, and
right. What you just said was the 12, right? The 12 times 12, right?
2 cubes. Another way to show you as well. All that 666 nonsense, right? It's all good, right? 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. So there we're back to the 2160 again.
Yeah, that's a pretty significant number, I've noticed.
2 cubes. That's 2 cubes. A cube within a cube, and that's what it runs on. And the moon runs off of that. It does the time. That's how time is run. For me, anyway.
Yeah, it makes total sense. But you see, this is pretty cool. I don't know. I just felt like playing with that, like a little kid with a toy. But I wanted to rate the Merkaba. No,
Merkaba. That's what I feel you astral project with your Merkaba in the pineal gland, number 8. I've got the Merkaba there.
But you see this right here?
Yeah.
This right here is exactly like my symbol, right? It's exactly like the Chibro cross. Yeah. It's weird. And I came across this and I was like, what the hell? And I was like, wow. It's, I kind of.
Hex with that.
Huh?
That's the easiest way to draw a hexagon. It's just draw a cross, put a line through it, connect it all up. And then there we go, cube within a cube.
Yeah. What's that? That's the Metatron's cube. What's a cube within a cube? Or is that this one, the Merkaba? No, that's 3 triangles, right?
I've dubbed it a hexahedron. That's what I've dubbed it.
The hexahedron?
Yeah. Because what it does, the outer cube can go into the inner cube, and the inner cube can go to the outer cube. So it's pulsating like a heartbeat, you know.
But you know how we say that we're seed to seed on the planet, you know, we're seeds sown on earth to see which ones can sprout the fruit of life. Well, the fruit of life is a coincidence that there's 13 spheres in it, you know, and that's the same as the 12 and the 1, the mystical number 13, you know, and that's what you just said about the zodiac is played out in the top of our cranial, you know, by our cranial nerves. And
I see that 13th is us, the observer. So if we can become the observer and just observe it all, observation point, they call an observatory.
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, definitely.
I do the school analogy, don't I, a lot anyway, because I feel when we come here, we're in a nursery first because we're carrying the red cross about.
Nice.
Red cube is a red cross. You carry that, you're injured. So you need a nursery. So you nurse her and he. But if you can get out of nursery and go to school, you'll get your blue cube. And then if you can open both cubes, you'll have 2 T's, right? And that's the 20th letter in the alphabet. So you get 2020. Oh, 2020 vision. So then you can go to university then. Go on a walk. Unify everything. Yeah, unify it then, like the alchemical wedding of your left and right hemispheres. Or anything really, isn't it? It's that wedding.
Or your heart and your mind, your heart and your, the two gates, the two keys to heaven. Yeah, and that's essentially what this is telling us too, the Vesica Pisces, right?
Vesica Pisces.
I mean, Vesica Pisces is a mathematical shape formed by intersecting 2 identical circles.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like showing us the eyeball. It's used for Venn diagrams and in various art and in seals organizations. Various other symbols can be derived from the Vesica Pisces, including the ichthys. Oh, the Jesus fish. Yeah, that's right. Is that what that's called? The ichthys? The triquetra symbol and Rouleaux or Rouleau triangle. I don't know. It has also been used as a symbol for Freemasons for many years. Historically, the Vesica Pisces has been used as a system of proportion for architecture, illustrated in the works of Vitruvius. That's what the Vitruvian man with the double, right? That's got 4 arms, or the man over the man. Correct? Is that what that is? That's the Vitruvian man, correct? Yeah.
Funny you should say the Masons, the 33, because they know about 12, because that means 33 degree. Because you get off of time, and you go to the degrees, and you can find everything else out. That's like the pendulum.
Yeah, the pendulum too. That's odd you say that, because the pendulum is what? It travels 30 degrees when it swings back and forth. Did you know that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
awesome.
And either side of them pendulums are them 2 we're speaking of, the 2 circles, the 2 cycles, that sort of thing. Because one is time and the other one's on the botonics, so carrying the energy.
Somebody wanted me to share this link here, and I'll do it, I guess. So I got to figure out.
Oh, Mickey's in the building. Hey, Mickey.
Mickey's in the building. Mickey's in the building. And if nobody's aware of it, this guy is like a machine. He'll live stream for like 8, 9, 10. What's the longest you've live streamed for?
Oh, it's 10:47. Well, no, 10:51. 10 hours 51. Yeah.
10 hours and 51 minutes. That's incredible. I mean,
on the 20th of the month, 20th of April, I'm going to do 11/11.
Nice. Yeah, the 20th of April. Is that your birthday?
Oh, 4. No, it's just remember the 420. What?
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Now I follow you.
Someone's wrote number 4 in chat, and that got, because I've been thinking about that today, funny enough, to show people how time works. Because if you've got a line, you draw a line, you stretch that out, you will get a square. You raise the square, and then you get into 3D. Get inside the square, then you get into 4D, and you can push that out to make a cube or a Merkaba and get in 5D.
Yeah, that's awesome. Makes sense. Who's thumbed down in? Who thumbed down the stream already? That's it. We're shutting her down. Somebody gave us thumbs down, dude.
Why is this one? Oh, no.
Can't handle it. It can't handle rejection. I'm kidding, of course.
Why has it gone all small over it?
Where?
Oh no, you've done
because
that.
I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah,
remember?
You've done that. Yeah, I thought that's me then.
My bad. Yeah, Dean's not used to anything but StreamYard, so right now
I'm like
kinda
tripping.
He's a little bit lost.
I see.
There you go. But yeah, I wanted to show what you were talking about. What were we talking about back there? About I'll figure it out here. I'm just gonna find the picture. But yeah, the whole thing with the numbers and the geometry. Now, are you familiar when you bisect a circle? You can, every time you bisect it, is the angle always ends up a derivative of 9. It always reduces to 9.
Always 9, yeah. Yeah.
Always 9, yeah.
Always 9.
Always, no matter what. Yeah. And it's odd because it's like represents the both aspects of the finite structure, meaning that you can fill that circle up with lines, and the infinite structure, which is the empty part, or vice versa, however you want to look at it. But no, that wasn't right. I was looking for my picture and I can't.
On a circle, you can go from the
inside
out, can't you, and fill it, but you can't fill a circle up from the outside in. With them polygons,
yes,
only go so far.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, that's excellent. I was going to get to the tree of life thing here. Okay, yeah, tree of life.
Well, that's like that as well. The tree of life, you could look at that if you're in your mind, like the matrix, and then we get out of our minds out the cubes. So Jack has got out the box, so he can have his magic beans now and grow his tree of life.
Nice.
Climb there.
You see this? This is weird because this is this started. Yeah, this it shows you. This is what essentially we are here to do is complete this tree of life, right? And this tree of life is the creator or the light itself, right? And do you agree with that? But the thing right here is what caught my eye when I was after I saw that Star is Born movie. How the Keter or Keter is Pluto. It was just Neptune weird, dude. What was that?
Yeah, I was just looking at, they got Neptune and Pluto and that in there. See, I've only done 7, like the 7 planets as I know them. I haven't got no learning on Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto really.
Yeah, this is the 10, right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4,
11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. With Uranus as Dea. Uranus is also known as the Sky Father. Did you know that? As Anu?
Yeah, I better say that. Yeah, because it's sort of in the word.
Yeah, but I just wanted to show this because this shows the 3-tiered structure of the 4 levels of the tree of life, right? It shows the point, the stem, or not stem, but branch or whatever, and then it shows the next level, which is the geometric or the 2D, and then it shows the 3D, right?
And 2 diamonds. 2 diamonds there. I am on. It's in that word diamond. You can sort of see it at the bottom and then the top.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's the same as the what's that tetragrammaton, right? When you put the two
Yeah,
words
that is
together.
similar. Well, if you know when we overlay the 2 triangles and we get the Star of David, but if you expand it further, just have the capstones touching it, that would give you a diamond right there. And I feel that's in the center.
Yeah, shine like a diamond in the sky, right? And that's
Communication
odd
tool,
too. How we're all made of the same clay, but you know, what's
carbon 12.
yeah, what happens when carbon is compressed, stressed out, and squeezed together at enormous pressures? A diamond, right?
Yeah, you could say, yeah, right up to carbon 12, highest form. Yeah. And we'll be crystalline.
Yeah, it's just
Crystal
odd.
clear.
And it's not odd. I guess it's divine. I guess, right? I mean,
Well, it's
that's
part
what
of
the
the
whole
369.
geometry thing is about, and all that, right?
Yeah. It's part of the 12, like the 369, and there's 12, but the 12 is like the 3.
Well, I mean, this.
We cannot explain it. But whatever good we went out with great gusto and the
I don't know what's going on here. Sorry. Oh, that just took over, dude.
Oh, did it?
That was quite odd. I don't know when I did that video, dude. 2018. It's something I tried doing and I never finished, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, to get back to the what the hell? Am I still sharing my screen? Yeah, I am, right?
Yeah. Yep.
See this right here?
Mm.
No, it's something else now. I must be on a different share screen.
I'm seeing Indian.
It's paused.
Oh.
Yeah, seeing Indians. Don't say that too much, man, because we'll have to change my channel name. Just kidding.
Dude, that's
there we go. Can you see it now?
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. The mono. Oh, yeah, to the diamond. Yes.
Yeah. Right here is the diamond, is the mentalism. Right here is where mentalism usually is. And then we go over here to the monad where is correspondence. And then we've got vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect,
gender,
and then mentalism again, right? So, I mean, everything is this 7 template, right? And the basis of the, what's that? What was that? Vesica Pisces we were looking at. It was, oh, I gotta find it again. Damn it, got lost again. Must have got lost.
Yeah, the 7.
Must have got lost. Yeah, the 7. You know, it like we have 7 days a week, 7 layers of heart muscle, 7 continents, 7 seas, 7 deadly sins, 7 wonders of the world.
7 chakras.
I mean, what do you think that? What do you think all that's about? Yeah, 7 chakras.
Exactly that. What you just showed there? I'll do that with them Hermetic principles. I've got mentalism as the crown chakra, because I'll work my chakras 3 to 9, or 9 down to 3, and you can measure them up with a 7. So mentalism will be the crown, the correspondence will be the 3rd eye, vibration, the throat chakra, polarity will be your heart, rhythm will be your solar plex, cause and effects is your sacral, your intuition, and gender, the root chakra. That so fits for me. And I've aligned the planets with them as well. Find the 777.
And there's 33 in the building, 33 in the building, 33 in the building. Are crystals a form of diamond? Need to know asks. Yeah, and This is how I decipher this whole number thing. And, I'm not going to be able to articulate how I see it, because in my mind, it's totally clear. Through the loop of 7, we use the process of 5 to realize that we are the triune, or the triple 3, or, the 9 of the all, meaning that we are the fool that ends up the fool that is, at the end of the day, the golden rule, right?
Led to gold.
That's, I don't know if anybody followed what I just said there, but that's in my mind. It didn't sound convoluted. It sounds straightforward, but it's like we have 5 fingers, or 4 fingers, 1 thumb, like I said before. We have 4 limbs, 1 head. We have the pyramids have 4 corners, 1 point, and we have 5 senses. There's 5 means mental cognition, or senses within us, right? Or there's 5 states of matter. There's inert, gas, what is it, liquid, frozen, all that.
Yeah, 5.
So there's 5 of those, and I mean,
With a
over
fifth
and over and
element.
over again. Do you think the 5 and the 12 is why we got or the 5 and the 7 is why we got the 12 too? Or that's where I'm like, well, so how did we get to the 12 from the 7?
That's how I see it, like that. You're so right, because the 5 for me is that Fibonacci, the golden spiral, and it runs through our body. We know this, and the spiral effects. Even if you look at a galaxy, you look at how water rotates or whatever. So to alternate a current, we need it to go like that. So there's that alternating current as well, what I need in play. So the 5, that is that golden mean. And if we're the 5th element, so I plead the 5th from the Pleiadians, and it's 7 up above there and all, 7, and 7 in Orion. And then obviously you've got the 7 chakras down here.
Yeah, that's quite amazing too.
That's
And
Trinity, 21.
Awesome. I didn't even think of that. Plus 14 is the body parts of a female, and 15 is, the 15th is the member, the one that got chopped off of Osiris and left in the drink, right? That's I don't know if you're familiar with that whole story, but
and going
chopped up into.
I was going to say that quickly about the 3 7s is 21. So you could do the male and the female. So that'd be 42. So now you've got the scales of Mark in play, the balancing. And that's meant to be the number for the universe, was that 42.
Yeah, the answer to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Right?
That's how I broke that down into 2 21s and then done it like that. Because even you could look up and say Orion is male, and Pleiades a female. So down on Earth it'd be Atlantis male, Lemuria female. So you could even just carry it on, and then the chakras would be male and female. So you've got to open both, like, if you will. And that's like that marriage is everywhere, that duality. So we get the 3rd kind when we make the marriage, and all of that, unifying it all.
Right. That's exactly how I see I don't see it exactly that way, but yeah, I can make that connection. And it's quite sublime when you really look at how things are encoded in our world. I mean, like you were just saying, the Fibonacci sequence is in everything that is in nature. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. The plant can't grow without it.
Right.
Because it's got that ratio. The 1.618. Yeah, that's it. So that allows the water to get to the root, and it allows the sunlight to get to each, say, petal of the plant with that 1.618 ratio.
Awesome. I like that. What's everybody talking about? Hey, I want to say hi to Mr. Menza, Black Illuminati, Piccolo's Fun, Scotty Boy, came in 8:30.
Scotty.
Max John over there. Max Vision remote viewing class. I had fun last night, Max. Thanks. Angel Fiery Petals is
I
joining
went to
us.
bed.
What's up, sweetheart? We got Guinevere, as you call her. Genevieve is in the
Yeah,
house.
Guinevere's in the building. Yeah, Heidi was
Scotty
in the
boy.
building.
Yeah, I seen Heidi. Penny Pockets in the building.
Hey, Penny.
We have Karen Lynn in the building. Karen Lynn's in the building. Oi.
Piccolo son is in the building. Yeah, it's like a
Nice.
balancing act. Yeah.
Right.
Well, frequency,
right,
the
hanging out.
sequence is free. Frequency sequence is free. Yeah, so I'll look at 3 as well, Steve. Add that to the 5, what we were saying, then we get the 8. So we get alternating the currents. Alternate. Then we can get to the 13, the next one on the Fibonacci, which is at the center of the 12. The observation point.
Why do you think we skipped number 4 now?
That's time. So you'll be stuck in time. For me, that'd be the bottom of the 8. So do a circle with the 8s, 2 4s. So you can be squared off.
Oh yeah, remember when you were saying the in and the out? What were you talking about back? You equated it to something. Sorry, I'm eating a popsicle. I had to get a drink. I was thirsty.
Remind me.
I'm looking.
What, in and out?
Trying to remember in my mind here.
It might have been words, and we was talking about the in words.
You were talking. Oh, inform. Yeah, inform. And what else? You made another connection there. But Bethlehem means a house, which is a place where in and out coexist. And the rest of the word is bread. So the house of bread, meaning when we were talking about the 5, the process of 5, which is, our senses, our thinking, our logic, our reasoning, our emotions, because there's a 5 in all that process. But that process is good process that helps us rise. And that's what bread is. So Bethlehem means a place where the in and out coexist, where if you have good process and faith in what you're doing, you can, the product or the spirit will rise within you, or you will rise to the spirit. So it was just, I made that connection back then. I wanted to say it then, but I didn't want to stop our flow of where we were headed. But
yeah, you've got me on the sacred secretion now, because that's what reminded me of the daily bread, the Christos, the oil, the elixir, which we go from our brain, we go through the 11 glands, up the 33 vertebrae, into the 22 bones in our skull. So that's the 11, 22, and 33, root 66. That's the journey the oil may take to have that sacred secretion, because it's fired at the top of your 33 vertebrae. There's a crossing point there, and it creates a spark. It's like an arc of electric. And that'll go into our pituitary and pineal. So that's your real PPs there. So, and then it lays dormant, doesn't it, apparently, for like 2.5 days or whatever, up to 3 days. And then that's when you see the light, hopefully.
yeah, on a minor scale to what you just said, Max clued me in that we have this cycle within us every month.
Yeah, 28-day cycle. Yeah. 13 cycles a year. And each day you could go through the chakra. So you could do it 3 days each chakra. So you're doing it in like the 7s, or you could do it like 1 day each chakra. So 7 days. Because I've got the days of the week as a chakra as well. So maybe we're in one each day. I don't know. But that gets you to the 28, which is a square root, squaring a circle with a moon.
Or one could think of circle as infinite, and the square is finite, and the square is the means to define the center of the circle, because with the square having 360 degrees in angles,
Yeah.
as well as the circle having 360 degrees, in circumference.
Find the center. Mm.
You can find the center with the angles because you got something to go off of, and that's
Yeah.
that's what we are, is infinite, living in a finite structure to have a relationship with ourselves to find ourselves, right?
Mm.
That's what I think square and circle means.
Yeah, because there's a lot of references you can find to square that circle like that. Because a moon, I can do it with a moon. But, and that's another thing I wanted to say. Oh yeah, because you just said about the 360 circle. So if you added up all the platonic shapes, so the 360 square, the 180 icosahedron, the 180 octahedron, the 180 tetrahedron, and the 540 dodecahedron, it comes to 1440. 144,000 light workers.
That's awesome. It's incredible because that is base 9 too, right?
Yep. Like the 540
I mean,
is base 9, the dodecahedron, that is the biggest thing for me because that's in my heart. And if you expand it enough, it would encompass every other shape there is. And then you could theoretically get a dodecahedron and then push it out. That's the only way you can get to the perfect sphere. So I'm not on a ball. So that's how I know.
Oh, well, there's a leg here because I just shared this and I didn't think I was sharing it, but so why do you think that there are peacocks on the side of this pine cone statue in Vatican Central Courtyard? What does that say to you?
Well, peacock feathers show me the eyes which were looking back at me when I was about 6 years old in my room. They just look like peacock feathers. So I don't know otherwise. But it could be P and P, pituitary and pineal. Two peacocks.
Yeah, I've never figured out what the peacocks are about.
PP, because they call you PP downstairs, which could be your COCK. So two peacocks, pituitary and pineal. And there's your pineal gland right there in the center.
Right, yeah.
Or the light.
That's pretty good though.
Like the Egyptians held when he's that.
What was that?
Like the Egyptians always held like the what's that called again?
The ibis bird?
That what we're looking at. The pineal.
This one right here? No, these are peacocks. This is the Vatican.
Yeah. But even in Egypt, they'd hold look like a pineal, pine cone.
Oh yeah, pine cones. Yeah, yeah, pine cones are, and in the pine cones in the seed structure is the spiral, right? Oddly enough, in the Anu, it's just like the sunflower too. Like in
that's the pineal. Here. That's what I kneel to because that's north, right, and that's the throne. That's Polaris.
See this right here, the
Polaris
symbol
right there. Yeah. That reminds me of a toroidal field, right? And your heart,
also our heart,
and
right?
DNA structure going through.
But it's got 7 spirals in and 5 spirals out. Isn't that odd? This is the modern version, or the Ledbetter version of the Anu symbol. My other one is that that one that looks like a cross, or the Shiro cross, or whatever.
5 platonic energies flying around the outside of the 7 of the inside.
Yeah. And it shows you that it's, the 5 and the 7 working to complete the loop or the process, right? Do you think it's coincidence that there's 7 days a week, 7 chakras, 7 layers of heart muscle, all of it? Do you think that there's a coincidence there, or what do you attribute to, how does that structure or code get embedded within our Do you have an answer for that, or can you even try to articulate an answer for that?
Yeah, in a way, yeah, because if you're going to make something that completed that, if you will, like the seven, because they sort of say that's like completion, and if you eight to alternate all the energies, and a nine to switch it, and that like the design. Oh, it says my internet's unstable.
Yeah, you slowed down really slow, and then you went
Yeah.
really fast.
Rah. What?
It was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, I don't know if you got that then. Yeah, I just feel like
No,
I say
I
it again quickly. Oh, you got it? What?
got some of it, but
Right, yeah. Right, let's say it quickly then. Yeah, say seven is completion in a way. So it was all the design and everything was like completed with this when you got to the seven. And then we needed the eight to alternate all the energies, and then the nine to switch the energies of the design, whichever that looks like. So yeah.
not to be a smartass, but I heard 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, see. Knows the design. So we want to be number 8.
What does a one-legged ballerina wear? You should know this
Ballerina,
one.
what shoes she wears?
No, what does a
Oh.
one-legged ballerina wear? You should know this.
Where's that?
A 1-1.
Oh, the one.
Come
Yeah,
on, man.
that's a good code. Yeah, 1111. No, I'm one with self. Or with others.
Yeah, Max Egan does have a lot of peacocks running around his property, doesn't he? I had 7, 8, 9 for a stream name today. Nice.
No way.
That was,
Oh, Guinevere,
yeah, I was watching.
get in there.
I was watching her yesterday. It was making me laugh.
Yeah, 7 rays, 7 sun rays. Yeah,
Yep.
7 colors. Because the colors
7,
relate to the chakras, as we know. So the 9, yeah, the push and pull, the purple.
Right. And it's the whole what you call it, the 13, you know, the what was I getting at there? I had this major thought in my head, and it just, because you changed the number on my stream, my thought stream. I hate it when I do this, dude. I do it quite often lately. Wonder why. You're distracting me, Dino. All your fault. No, how the 13 is integral in the, oh, God, I can't even remember what I was gonna say, dude. God, I feel so stupid
in the
when I do that. You ever find yourself, you're gonna talk about something, and boom, as you're gonna open your mouth and say it, you forget what you're gonna talk about? That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to eat green food or something.
Yeah, that happens.
Or maybe because I'm all over the place all the time.
And then it comes back around, and when it does, you've got to, jump straight in.
Yeah, yep. And I find myself cutting people off and shit when I'm talking to them. And I hate it when I do that.
Yeah, but it feels the more we say it, the more intimate we get with it. So then once we get to that level, then we can wait and hold on to it and then deliver it, isn't it? Like,
yeah, that's essentially what our paradigm is about, right? I mean, I tried explaining this to everybody, but I can't ever come across right, because it's like it turns into, how when you get that narrative where, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this. How do you deal with that, Code? What do you just do? I mean,
yeah.
How do you, in your mind, what steps do you take to avoid?
Yeah, I can't go there now. I've got over that. I've got past that. I can't do that because I know energy. So the energy starts going direct current. It's not alternating. So I'm getting pulled away from self, and I know it. I feel it. So I have to let go of whatever's going on, and then I'm back to me. So I've just been doing that. I feel energy all the time. So it became a bit easier.
Right. I mean, you come across as calm, cool, and collected, and shit irritates you too, right? I mean, people irritate you, right? Am I irritating you right now? No.
No one does really. No,
Am I irritating you yet?
No, because when you know, if you want to know self, right, you really want to know who you are. So no one can tell me really. So I can't tell no one else what they're about. And if I want to be me, I've got to allow you to be you. And then I'll observe it as a mirror. So I know how far I have came, or you're showing me a part of myself in the mirror, or the opposite of self. So it's all a big learning thing that. So I see it like that. So how can I be drawn into any whatever's what's right and wrong over there? It don't go in my reality anymore. It don't. Because if you look at things like as duality, we're individuals. So individual. So we're in duality. So I'm going to see good, I'm going to see bad, I'm going to see right, I'm going to see wrong. And I can sit here and judge it all, or I can just observe it all. I'd rather observe it because there's no right or wrong. That's perception. So I work from that space. So I let whoever be who. No.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Any other? What was I going to say?
Did I do it to you now?
Yeah, you done it to me then. Yeah, I thought, it's not. I was going to go on to something else, like to say why I say there's no right or wrong, like in a way.
Right.
I've lost my train.
Well, I remember what I was going to say about the 13 now.
Yeah, go on.
13 is the thing that is the observer, or the it's the all-inclusive creator, created, and creator, and that's what, to me, what the observer is, is pretty much that, the one, like when you see your, the hysteresis loop or whatever. I wonder if I can do that here. I don't think so. I don't think they're gonna let me.
Yeah, I was pretty much sort of saying that. Yeah, you come above duality and you're like observing it. So that is like the 13. That perspective.
Yeah, I don't know. Why does it do that? No, don't want to end the meeting.
I thought.
No, I was trying to, but I did it on here. I logged in on my phone and it was crazy.
4 zeros.
Here,
4 zeros. Ooh. Time.
Okay, here I am.
I'm in stereo.
Stereo.
Do you want a beat? Hey, do you want a beat?
Okay, no.
Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa. Quest Ion.
I gotta put it on speaker.
Whoa. That's weird. Okay, I gotta stop now. How do I get out of here? Goodbye.
All right, I left. Goodbye, Steve.
Your twin.
But that right there, that hysteresis loop, do you think that is like that whole creator, the creation creating within the creation while aware of it? Do you think that's like when you put a mirror behind your head when you're looking into the mirror?
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
see that with two circles going up, one going one way, one going the other. So that's how reality sort of turns. That's why we have deja vus or whatever. And if you're right in the front of your light, say you've got a light shining and you're right at the front of your light, it's like you can sort of, I don't know, it's a different space to be in instead of being back here somewhere, if you know what I mean. Because weird things happen to peeps where they might have had an accident or a fall, but there's somehow divine interventions came in and they haven't fell the same way or whatever. And I feel that's something to do with it. We've got, let's say, a 1 second time gap.
yeah, I mean, like me, I see the number 333 and I start paying attention to my surroundings or what, and it's quite odd how it shows up for me. Like when I'm driving crazy down the freeway and then a car will pull out in front of me that I was racing with and it'll have that license plate.
Yeah.
And it's not like I
Pay
look.
attention.
People think they attribute it to like when you get a red car or a certain kind of car, and then all of a sudden you start seeing that car everywhere. It's not like that. It's just not. Because I don't go looking, staring at every license plate I go by all day.
No, same.
The 2-3 days in a row one time when I was driving like a madman trying to get home on time. I mean, 3 days in a row, same spot on the freeway, 3 different cars, all with 333 on the license plate, all on the on 3 different days.
Yeah, can't make it up.
And finally I took the hint. It took me 3 times of seeing it to take the hint, but I mean I should have took the hint right away. But you start driving like a madman, and that's my biggest danger that I put myself is I drive like a crazy man, when I'm in a hurry. And the last thing I want to do is kill anybody.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah. I used to set an intention before I went that I'm going to get nice green lights. Everything's going to be smooth.
Nice.
And then I would drive and I'll get nice green light. I'll get a car park space. I used to say, Angel, can you get me my car park space, please? And then I'll get there and I've got a nice free spot and I'll say, yeah, thank you. And then that's it. It works. It's intention. It works.
So if you were to sum it up and have some parting words to anybody in as far as numbers or signs or codes go in what would you what could you tell anybody? I mean, is there anything that you can to give somebody a hint to watch out for, or or to pay attention to, or just certain aspects of geometry to pay attention to, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. Well, for me, if it's numbers you're seeing, like when I see them, I think, what was my last thoughts before their numbers to try and find something there? And also, what's it feel like? Maybe you're in a certain chakra in your body, say. It's sort of telling you something. It's like a guidance system for me. So, and then find your own meanings within all that. Because you might get a color associated with a certain number as well. So then that'd be another little hint. Because I'll get magpies as well. Like birds will turn up and tell me stuff. So, it's about you. It's about your inner journey to find what resonates to you. If it's not resonating, then ask someone, what's your meaning for, say, 444? Because mine would be, that's intuition, because the 4 is a fourth chakra, intuition. And then it's really heightened now because you're seeing 444. And that would be a 12, which would be a 3. So there's a lot of energy in there. So it's probably going to be something creative with your intuition. Go with that. I'll be like that. So that's what I'll get from it.
And I mean, do you think we've been discussing this a lot lately? Do you think consciousness is one signal and our brains are just something that we decipher that one signal with? And do you think that the brain has something?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's frequency for me. That's where I've come to find that depending on the frequency you are in, you will see within that frequency, because it will vibrate out, and then whatever's on that vibration with that frequency, you will see. Because there are different frequencies setting different vibrations. So that's what I feel, that's the part of the journey as well.
And that's how you can raise your vibration to see different parts of it, right?
You feel others then. So if you are somehow, say, raised your vibration, you'll feel lower people's vibrations. You'll feel that in them. Also, that's where the empathy comes in. I feel that you're feeling people now. It's a different game. But you don't have to absorb their energy. It hits me and I can leave it there and then decode it. But the decoding comes from underneath. It'll come up and tell you. You don't sit there with your mind like, what's that about? Just sit in that energy and
how it feels for you instead of what you think. Like.
Is it, what's that making you feel like?
Yeah.
And then that's all I've been doing, really trying to feel energies, your own energy. What's that doing to you? And then decoding it like that. So then you can balance yourself a bit easier. And if theoretically you're going through your chakras, sometimes the energy will be in your mind. So that'd be a good day to tell peeps what's in your mind. And it might be another day down in the root, or it could be in your throat. So it'd be a good time to do a live stream or whatever. So I feel that, just feel your energy where it is.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I put my hooks into you and started talking to you and hanging out with you because you think the same way as me. Is what we put out and what is what we get back in the end. I mean,
yeah,
we can't expect to change anything if we're propagating the same stuff that we're reading, seeing, and so that's
already there in place. All that's there in place already. Don't worry about it. Do you? Right. And then we're that example in a way. Oh, that looks nice and good. And then I can say, yeah, come over. Like, I want others to be them. The more people are them, then the other thing don't exist. So we're creating a new, because that's neutral, is the new true. To be neutral.
And I think after you calm yourself, you realize that no matter how ignorant somebody seems or how smart somebody seems, they're just you on a different level of the same journey, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And it wouldn't work without everyone. It'd be pretty boring on your own. And normally someone's got something to tell you. Yeah. Whatever that is, someone's good at something. Everybody's got a gift. And if you're in the moment, you might find it.
Yeah. The now. And I think we've lost the capability or the understanding of what the now really means, and just to be. Because we're always living in the past and we're always thinking about the future.
Yeah.
So do you have any clues as to how somebody like me, like myself, could calm my mind long enough to live in the now for about 5 seconds?
All I do is that, like I said, I do a little breathing exercise, and it works every single time. And funnily enough, there's a song what Sasquatch shared with me, and I listen to that and it brings tears to your eyes. So I'm in gratitude already. So you're going to have to breathe now. So I'm doing that faster, in faster, out slower. And I'm feeling my stomach as I'm breathing through my nose, and I'm feeling my chest as I'm breathing out. And I'll just concentrate on that for a little while and feeling like how great it feels, the energy. Then it sort of comes up, makes your head all wobble about, and that it's feeling euphoric. And I'm like, I'm loving this feeling. So, and then when that ends, then I'll go about my business, whatever that is.
Nice.
In the moment, I think, well, I'm doing that now. Or might create a beat. And I've done that before I came on here, funny enough. At 10:15, I've done my thing like that till about 10:35. And then thought about make a drink and then get over here. So I don't have nothing preconceived in my mind. So I just turn up and then go from there. So I'm more in the moment then.
Avi May says there's a very distinct difference between brain and mind.
Mm. Yeah.
Maybe we can elaborate on that. But I think I know where they're coming from there. Yeah. The mind
Well,
would
you
be
can have things on your mind or in. So if it's on your mind, it's like, oh, that's heavy. If it's just in there, yeah. I think
yeah,
that's
mind
what
would be the realm
that's
of
the
thought,
mind.
right? Brain would be the organ in which that mind is in, right?
Mm. The on-off switch and the mind is like a transistor. So it transits, so it's like quantum almost. And your brain's like the computer.
Yeah. Or yeah, exactly. I heard if you ain't got a mind, it don't matter.
Only your mind will make things matter. So that's so true.
Right. I ain't got no mind, so it don't effing matter.
You know it is, because if you've got something heavy playing on your mind, that means it matters to you. So it's definitely materializing in there because there's a lot of weight on it. So enlightenment is in letting go of weight. It's not always about the light. It's about weights as well.
Right.
And I'm slim.
Everybody's talking about Bruce Lee, and my favorite Bruce Lee quote is "Be water."
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on that lately. I'm like, yeah. That's it. I'll be nice to everyone. I'm like water. Unless you come at me hard, then you're gonna get hurt. I don't have to do anything really.
Yeah, that's essentially what a wise man keepeth his mouth closed when gibberish is about.
Mm.
Like anybody see my bloody Jabberwocky? Jabberwocky is just a bunch of nonsensical words, just
Yeah.
nonsense.
Jibber
That's
jabber.
what Jabberwocky means.
Mm.
Pay him no mind as if I can.
Oh, Sasquatch. Sasquatch is in the building.
Put a few fingers over your third eye, over your hand, a few fingers over belly button. Breathe in, press, breathe out, release. About 3 times or in little. It's called the hookup. It's called
Hey,
the
Goldie
hookup.
girl.
That's all it takes is to get a chick is doing that.
Oh, Goldie.
You get hooked up? No, I'm just
2
kidding.
fingers over your third eye, other hand.
Goldie girl's in the house.
Belly button. Oh, right, yeah. Well, I've seen that as well, where you can hold the back, where in the Matrix, where they put that thing on your head. So hold that there and hold the other hand at the base of your spine, and you can breathe like that. Apparently, that's another technique. Because in your hands, you could say your heart's in your hands as well, that your heart chakra. So if you've been breathing with your hands over your heart, and then you stood up and open yourselves up like that, and then you'll open up your big field, your aura field will be about 6 feet around you.
Awesome.
Hence the distancing.
Yoda, search your feelings for the truth. What's up, Sasquatch? What's up, brother? I don't think Brandon Lee died.
I do.
Genevieve said that.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who got shot with a prop gun, right? And it had a bullet in it or something.
Yeah, on set as well, weren't it?
Yeah.
I think.
And that's just odd how, how did Bruce Lee die? How did he die again? Oh, he had an allergic reaction to medication. And he like overdosed on it.
You know what? I've never even known. Yeah.
Yeah, he died of medication overdose or something.
What a man. Well, even Wim Hof now, they reckon he can get down to the subatomic level. Wow. The only man in the world. So that's where the DNA is. You can get dodecahedrons there. So, I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Your heart's a dodecahedron that can encompass all the energies, every single energy there is. All the shapes, everything fits inside one of them. And that's like your heartbeat, the breath of life. And it collapses in on itself and expands again. That's the only shape that does that. So you can have your spark of life, if you will, So that Big Bang, no Big Bang for me. It was like a spark, it went, and a breath of life, like, and that just opened up the dodecahedron, and off we went.
Nice.
And
Well,
that's in the
Code.
word code, deca. Thought I'd just say that.
Oh yeah, and
No, deca.
oh, I never thought of that. And you got surprised one day when we were doing that etymology search on our names and what our names mean.
Yeah. That
What did you
confirmed
mean?
it. That was the thumbprint. That was like, yeah, that's confirmed it.
What did your name mean?
Yeah, I only remember you saying deca, and I'm all over the dodecahedron. So
Yeah.
that's all I needed to hear.
Right. And that's like mine is it means crown, you know, and all crown, and then
That is,
my full name was in the Bible as the aspects of the ego of a certain name. I can't remember which name, but it was the part of him that he had to destroy. So I must destroy
right.
my self-image to rise, right? And
Yeah,
I think that's what
to be
everybody.
no thing. Yeah, no identity, no labels, and that, no badges. Yeah, and we'll be nothing then, no thing.
Right.
Mm.
And you know, our heart is the center of our, you know, our do you put more credence in the seat of our soul as being the heart or the mind?
Yeah, the heart.
The
All
heart.
day.
I agree with that.
Because I can do the etymology as in earth and ether from that same word. So there's my 369, the energy from above, below, and the heart, the Trinity.
Awesome.
Mm.
All right, man. Hey, I had fun talking to you, brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me on here. It's been great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks
dude.
everyone in chat.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Let's say goodbye to everybody. I can let you read through them if you got the chat in front of you.
Yeah, we got Cayman in the building, Scotty Boy, Piccolo Son. Oh, we even got, who's that? Someone May. Can't read. These are 49 years old, these eyes.
I know. I feel the same way, dude. That's why I wanted you to do it, because I'm trying to read my phone.
And Charlie Silverman in the building. Yeah, Saturnian Sun, a brother.
Answer that question that Charlie just asked right there.
Is there some sort of magnetic field the heart generates? I would say yes, 100%. Yeah, because we are electromagnetic. So the heart and mind, the heart being magnetic, the mind electric. So we make electromagnetic like that. And that's the vortex.
Some sort of signal on the EKG machine, right?
Yeah, you can get that. Yeah, you can measure it.
Or the EKG machine.
What is it? The ECG, I think.
Yeah, electrocardiogram.
So we know it's there, yeah. So breathe, be heart. It's in the word. So,
yeah, I remember that video you made. I like that. Yeah, you like to mess around with the anagrams and the just the intricacies of words and how they're spelled. So do I. I like to do that. I call it word salad. But yeah, anything that can get you to pay attention to what you truly are is probably beneficial, no matter what you think anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter. It's just how it triggers you.
You're focusing on yourself then. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's where the love is.
Awesome, guys.
All right.
See you later, Penny Pocket. Thanks for joining, Karen Lynn. Menza. Love you guys. I mean, we're not here to tell you how to find yourself, or we're not here to steer you in any way. I'm just here to share my journey in hopes to just help anything. I mean, or just to hang out and have fun, whatever. But I appreciate you. You know what? You make me laugh half the time, and you make me think the other half of the time, and I think that's what it.
Yeah. Likewise.
Yeah.
Love you, thanks. Love you, brother.
Oh, Jenny, I got your number. She finally showed up. What up, Jenny?
Jenny.
All right, see you guys later.
Peace.